Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to Non-League to Giants. And up in today's episode, we have the final two league games of the season, away to Newcastle and at home to QPR, where we're trying to battle it out still for a European place for next season. Unfortunately, we haven't won a game since the last episode, and we've been quite lucky that Wolves have been in poor form as well. But look at Chelsea. Chelsea are rising very quickly, and I think they are the most serious threats to us in terms of finishing in the top six. It's quite important that we do finish in the top six, because the FA Cup final is Tottenham versus Man United. And of course, if Tottenham do win the FA Cup, 7th place in the league will not qualify for European football next season. So, oh my word. Wolves and Chelsea got 3 games as well. We only have 2. In terms of the teams we have left, of course, we've got Newcastle away from home first, which is going to be a ridiculously tough game. I can't see us getting any points from this game, to be honest. If we do get points from this game, we've managed to beat Newcastle. I think that's us done, to be honest. Chelsea have got to play QPR away tomorrow. They've also got to play Tottenham away on the Wednesday the 14th. And then they face Newcastle at home on the final day of the season. So Chelsea have got 2 tricky games to end the season, away to Tottenham and at home to Newcastle. Wolves as well. They face Sheffield United at home on the final day of the season, but they're away to Liverpool with their game in hand. And they're also away to Man United as well in this game week. So Wolves have got 2 very tricky games, to be honest. I think if we lose to Newcastle, but we beat QPR at home, I think we finish above Wolves, to be honest. That'll take us to 62 points. That means they'll have to get 7 points from their final 3 games, which is definitely possible, but away to Liverpool and away to Man United, you'd like to think they can't do that. So a win at home to QPR should be enough to see us finish above Wolves, but Chelsea, away to QPR, then they're away to Tottenham, who of course sitting below them in the league, and then they're at home to Newcastle on the final day of the season. So I think Chelsea are our most serious threats, to be honest. But as I said, if we do win this first game away to Newcastle, it's unlikely, but I think that's us done in terms of the top 7 finish for next season. And who knows, even if we lost both the games in the episode, we might still finish in the top 7. But I'd like to think we can beat QPR at home come end of the season. If we can beat QPR at home, then we definitely have a big chance. But maybe we have to do something against Newcastle here. We shall see. Anyway, since the last episode, as I said, things haven't gone too well, to be honest. Things were going really well up until that point. We won 8 out of 10 games, and we took 25 points out of possible 30, which really put us in a strong position. But then, I said in the last episode there, these next 4 games are quite crucial, and I said that we might have a chain of events if we fail to beat Liverpool. We did fail to beat Liverpool. We drew 1-1 at home to them. We had 1-0 up in the game as well through Gonzalez. Unfortunately, just 4 minutes later, Alexander-Arnold made it 1-1. To be honest, you'd say Liverpool are the better team in the game, so more like 1 point gained and 2 points dropped, in my opinion. The next game was disappointing, though. Away to West Ham, definitely a winnable game for us. We gave away a penalty in the 37th minute. They scored it, and we had no answers in the game, unfortunately. We lost the game 1-0, so that was really disappointing. After that was even more disappointing. We lost away to Man United 2-1. We got the equaliser in the 90th minute through Alberta. But in the 94th minute, Benjamin Sesko made it 2-1 to Man United. So that was absolutely devastating. Not that Man United didn't deserve the win, though. They were the better team in the game. And we really were holding on towards the end. There was a couple of highlights after we scored. Unfortunately, we couldn't do enough. We lost the game 2-1, so that was really costly. And just before the episode as well, another disappointing game for us. We drew 1-1 at home to Tottenham. Didn't play well in this game at all. Both the goals came in the first 8 minutes of the game. They took the lead. Lucas Mertens made it 1-1, but we weren't good in the game at all, to be honest. Any of these games we haven't played particularly well, to be honest with you. And it doesn't bode too well for our end of the season, because we need at least 1 win in the episode. I'm hoping to beat QPR at home. I'm hoping that might be enough for us. Because if we beat QPR at home, that takes us on to 62 points. Chelsea, if they win all 3 of their games, they'll be on 63. So maybe it's unlikely Chelsea can win all 3 of their games. I'm sure they can, but away to QPR, away to Tottenham, at home to Newcastle. 7 points are taking to 61. That's more realistic. So a win at home to QPR could be enough. I've got hope that might be enough, to be honest. Obviously, we'll know come end of the season, to be honest, in the last game week. I don't think Wolves are too much of a threat to us. And even if we finish 7th place, we still might get European football, because Man United won't win the FA Cup. But I'm hoping to secure a top 6 finish. We are 4 points clear of Wolves and 5 points clear of Chelsea going into this game week here. So even if we lose the game, we're guaranteed to be clear of them come end of this game week and hope for some sort of luck with their games in hand. Anyway, let's get to the first game then. Away to Newcastle. And in terms of the team sheet, we've got Vicario in goal, Booth right back, and Aquia left back, Alphonse and Verfalli centre backs. Then we've got Asugo, Moreno, and Acosta in midfield, Gonzalez on the right, Mertens on the left, and Pellegrini up front. So unfortunately, we had a bit of a problem at centre back in recent times. No one is playing very well in that position. Alphonse was suspended for a couple of games. He's not been playing particularly too well recently. Same with Verfalli as well, although he's been injured quite a lot. Van Hecker's gone completely off the boil. And also Jimenez, he hasn't done too well when he's coming as well. So centre-backs is a real problem at this latter stages of the season. Also, the full-backs aren't playing particularly well. Andy Booth and Aquia. The midfield is not too bad, to be honest, although Acosta's been poor in recent times. Pellegrini is just back from injury. He scored in the game before last. Who did he play the game before last? No, he didn't score, sorry. He got the assist against Man United, of course. So he's back in the first team now, Pellegrini. He's our most reliable striker of the season. Edson, he's shown flashes, to be honest, and he definitely has got great potential. Alberta, of course, not been great this season. Only 5 goals. He's very unfit as well, unfortunately. But yeah, we've not been playing particularly too well at the moment. Guevara as well. Fortunately, he came back from his third stint with sprained knee ligaments, and he hasn't done it again straight away, so that's nice. Hopefully that's the end of that, at least for this season, of course. But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest. I'm expecting a loss in the first game, so I'm not really too worried about this one, but I'm very nervous about the QPR game. Of course, it'd be very nice to cause an upset here. Let's hope we can. Newcastle away. Can we start off with a win? Well, let's find out. Well, we managed to beat Newcastle 3-0 at home towards the start of the season, so definitely got in us to win this game, but away from home, we are a completely different team, to be honest, than we are at home this season, although we've been poor at home and away recently, to be honest. But yeah, I find it very unlikely that we can win this game, although I do say in that we have started the game as the better team with the match momentum there, dominating possession at the moment. So as it stands, things are going alright. It's still 0-0, of course, but things are going alright as it stands. We're on the highlight here. Here's Moreno to Alphonse. There's Moreno again. Oh my word. Alright, passing around nicely, but I'd like if you got a bit forward. Yeah, and if we get the balls away, lovely. Oh my word. I thought that was going in the back of the net, to be honest. That's why I said get the ball forward, because Andaquia, misplaced pass. Isak probably should have done better there, to be honest. Well, to be honest, I'd happily take a draw in this game. 0-0 draw will suit me fine. Although they've got a corner now, 6 minutes to go before half-time. Mudryk to take it. He crosses it in. Vicario catches it very easily. Tame effort from Alves there. Do we remain on the highlight here? Here's Vicario. Kicks it long. Pellegrini, no. Don't know why he's going long, to be fair. I don't tell him to go long. Anyway, Isak's through on goal. Vicario, my word, it looked like he just gifted him a goal, basically. There was such an open space there for the net there, but Isak with a poor finish. Anyway, we started off the game quite well, but I think it's safe to say towards the end of the half there, we are by far the second best in this game. Our top of players is not good enough, but if I'm being honest, a 0-0 draw would be good enough for me. I'd take a 0-0 draw. Neither Chelsea or Wolves are playing today at the moment. They play tomorrow, I believe. It's not very lively game, is it, this one? Not very lively at all. I think it's time for a couple of changes here. Acosta's been poor recently. I don't know what's going on with him, to be honest. He's still best player of the season, him and Andy Booth, but he's not been playing well in the last 5 or 6 games. You know, Pellegrini, not doing too much, to be honest. Let's bring on Edson for him. You know, Gonzalez is apprehensive. Don't need him on the pitch. Let's bring on Nesta Rocha for him. Right, Rocha and Edson on. Can they make a difference in this game? 20 minutes to go now. So we're going to have a couple of changes. Acosta's been really poor, actually. Let's get him off. Let's bring on Doué for him. Right, let's make all changes in the forward area. Let's take off Lucas Mertens. Bring on Alberta. Put Alberta up front. Let's put Edson on the left wing there as an inside forward on attack. Oh, my word. Ooh, straight after making those subs there. Booth with a tame effort, you'd say. 15 minutes to go. 0-0 will do me. I'll be happy with a 0-0 draw. That means we're 6 points clear of Chelsea. Oh, word. Alright. Couple minutes to go here. Don't concede late now. You know what? I'm going to play for the draw now, to be honest. I'm playing for the draw. I just realised that if we draw this game, we're 6 points clear of Chelsea. Of course, they've got 2 games in hand. Win both of them. We're level on points. And we have a better goal difference. So this is actually quite a decent result, to be honest. 4 minutes to go. I've gone defensive. Can we hold on to this draw here? Looks like we will. Oh my word. Rocha, dangerous free kick, last kick of the game. What on earth, please, Rocha, please. Please score this. What a steal this will be if he scores. Rocha! Oh, that would have been brilliant, wouldn't it? That would have been absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately, what it was meant to be, but to be honest, I'll take the draw. I will take the draw. That would have been absolutely class if we just won the game in the last minute there. They were by far the better team in the game, to be honest. Didn't see much highlights from them, did we? So there wasn't too many click opportunities. We defended quite well, to be honest, and we got a very valuable point. Could have won it late at the death there for that free kick, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, so satisfying result, that. Satisfying result. Yeah, because after that draw with Newcastle, of course, you remain 6 points clear of Chelsea. They've got 2 games in hand, and of course our goal difference isn't far superior to theirs, but still we have a goal difference advantage over them as it stands. And if it came to that coming into the season, then we should pip them to 6th place. Of course, Wolves are still 5 points below us. But anyway, let's go see what happens in those 2 games. They play tomorrow. Alright, so it's the next day in game. Wolves are away to Man United, so they've got a very tricky game. But Chelsea are away to QPR. I would love 2 wins here for Man United and QPR. That'd be lovely. Draws would be nice as well. And even one of them drop points would be okay. Let's see what happens. Oh dear. Now we can be in a little bit of a pickle because I was not expecting this. Both the clubs have won. Wolves have beat Man United 3-2 away from home. What on earth happened there, by the way? Wolves are 3-0 up after 11 minutes. What on earth has happened there? And Chelsea have beaten QPR 2-1 as well. That is kind of devastating. We're still in pole position, but now we need Liverpool to do us a favour. They play Wolves on the Wednesday the 14th of May. Liverpool are at home. They're 3rd in the league. Surely they're going to beat Wolves at home. Even though they draw, at least we go into the final game in our hands as well. Chelsea are playing Tottenham away on the same day as well. That is also their game in hand. So it didn't go for us in this game week. They both won their games. Will it work out for us in the next game week though? Let's find out in a sec. Okay, well here we are. It's Wednesday and it's Wolves and Chelsea's game in hand. Well, I'm not too worried about the Chelsea game because we're 3 points clear of them and we have a +4 better goal difference. So as long as they don't win 4-0, we still go into that QPR game with it in our hands. But the main one I'm worried about here now is Wolves away to Liverpool. Please, Liverpool, do us a favour here and win this game. Oh my word, thank goodness for that. Liverpool have beaten Wolves 3-0. They made me worried. And also Chelsea drew away to Tottenham 2-2. So all we need is a draw at home to QPR. That should be enough due to our goal difference. A win obviously guarantees it because this game week has been very good for us here. Liverpool beat them 3-0 and Tottenham and Chelsea drew 2-2. So we've got kind of lucky here, to be honest. Although we did have a very good result there away to Newcastle 0-0. Obviously we got lucky. We also could have won a game in the final kick of the game, of course, through that free kick. But we defended quite well in the game, so I wouldn't say we've been that lucky. We've been lucky over the last 5 game weeks, though, to not win a game and still remain in 6th place. That has been rather fortunate, to be honest. We've got one more task to go, though. We've got QPR at home, a team who are sitting 16th in the league, not battling relegation. Surely we have to end the season with a win, and if we do, we will qualify for next season's Europa League. Okay, well here we are, final game of the season. The same as last season, at home to QPR. Did we win this game last season? I think, did we? I can't remember now. Yeah, we did. We won at 3-0 very comfortably. Of course we did. I remember now. A draw in this game should be enough for us to finish in 6th place, but a win definitely confirms it. Chelsea are at home to Newcastle, so a draw here should be enough. It's unlikely Chelsea will beat Newcastle 4 or 5-0, to be honest. And Wolves, they got to win 10-0 if we draw at home to Sheffield United. So a draw should be enough, but I'd like for us to get the win. That way it confirms. I did say that if we finish in the top 6, finish in 6th place, we'll qualify for next season's Europa League. Well, that is not entirely true because even if we finish in 6th place, we're guaranteed to play European football next season. But it depends on what Tottenham do in the FA Cup final. If Tottenham win the FA Cup and we finish 6th, we'll play in the Europa Conference League. If Tottenham fail to win the FA Cup and we finish 6th, we're playing in the Europa League. So we'll have to go forward a week after this game as well anyway to see what Tottenham do in the FA Cup final because, to be honest, I'd much rather play in the Europa League than the Europa Conference League. But obviously I'd happily take both. I wouldn't expect to get any of them at the start of the season, but of course We want the Europa League, not the Europa Conference League. Anyway, let's get started then. The final game of the season at home to QPR. I've actually made some bold decisions here. First of all, Van Hecker is back in the team. He comes in for Andaquia effectively, and Vafali goes to left back. Andaquia has been poor recently, so I thought Van Hecker, his experience could be important for us in this game. Also, big change, big decision, but Acosta, I've benched Acosta for today's game and I've brought in Doué for him. Acosta has been poor recently. He's not put in the performances for us in the last 6 or 7 games. So Doué comes in for this game. Big risk, but hopefully it pays off. And also Edson starts up front to replace Pellegrini. So final game of the season. Let's not hope for any drama here. QPR at home. Can we win this one and secure European football? Well, let's find out. Before we get started with this game, guys, please remember that if you do like this video, hit that like button for me. If you're still watching at this point, then surely you must like the video. So please hit that like button for me. It's very important for the video's success. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out and it's much appreciated. So let's get started then. Final game of the season. I'm really hoping for no drama here. I just want to get the win and get it over with. Of course, if we lose the game and either Chelsea or Wolves win, then we will finish in 7th or 8th place. So it can still get very disastrous. I don't know why I'm celebrating like we have already qualified for European football, because of course we haven't, but surely we have to get at least a draw here. We have to. And 6 minutes in, we're on the highlight already. We get the ball back. Here is Edson to Doué. In for Acosta today. We still got it. It's Mertens. Oh my word, Rabona. Back to Doué. Can't remember who it was. Someone last season did a Rabona for me. Got the assist. I think it was Wallens. A Rabona assist. That was very nice. Anyway, we've got a corner now. Edson to take it. He crosses it in, but no one there to meet the header, unfortunately. He comes out to Mertens, though. Remain on the highlight. Started here on the front foot. Back to Van Hecker. That should be in the highlight now. Yeah, it is. The Wolves and Chelsea games are still 0-0. Well, Chelsea are now beating Newcastle 1-0. That doesn't worry us too much, though. They've got to win 4-0 or 5-0 to even compete with us if we draw the game. 24 minutes in, it's still 0-0 here, but no reason to panic just yet. That is for sure. Here's Gonzalez with the ball. Doing well on the right-hand side now. Edson. Moreno, shoot! He's got to score. Get in. He had to score there. Set him up beautifully there, Edson. Lovely assist from the lad. I like Edson. I do like Edson. He's been inconsistent so far, but he really looks better than Alberta, that is for sure. Alberta could be sold in the summer to make way for even another striker. We shall see. Gonzalez did all the work there, but Edson laid it off to Moreno nicely. And yeah, Moreno, a lot of time in the world, and he picked his spot, blasted it in the back of the net. Suddenly we're winning the game, and if it stays this scoreline come into the game, we will secure European football, of course. We're not done yet, though. 1-0 is not a healthy enough lead. I want 2. Here's Vafali to Moreno. Let's go out in style, boys. Out to Gonzalez. Did well for the first goal. Now here's Booth. Crosses it in. It's cleared. Gagliardi, former player of mine, of course. On loan from West Ham last season. Or was it in the Championship? Might have been in the Championship, actually. Here's Vafali. Crosses it in. Gonzalez! He's scored quite a few headed goals this season, Gonzalez. That's been quite the combination. The left back to Gonzalez on the right wing with a cross, and Gonzalez headed in the back of the net. So I thought it might happen again there. Anyway, we are dominating QPR in this game, but 1-0 is not good enough. Here's Gonzalez again. But a poor pass, I don't know what he's thinking there. Now it's Everson, the goalkeeper. Just hoping for a mistake there. Here's Akenny. He was on my shortlist for a long time. Decent right back. Moreno does good covering there, but Fali's sleeping. Somehow gets the ball. Now here's Asugo. Back to Van Hecker. No mistakes, please, boys. No mistakes. We don't need that. Van Hecker to Asugo. Playing well, though. Playing really well. Playing with confidence. Here's Vafali to Mertens. But as I said, we need that second goal. Moreno, lovely ball. Edson, you got to score. Get in. Oh, it might be offside. It's the same combination for the first goal. Edson to Moreno. Now Moreno to Edson. He might be offside, though. He is offside. Devastating. That's a good pass from Moreno. He's actually improved his passing a lot. When I said about him at the start of the season, he had 8 passing. Now he's got 11 passing. That's very tight, by the way. That's very, very tight. So, yeah, he really is starting to improve his passing quite a lot, Moreno. It proved there. Chelsea are beating Newcastle 2-0 now, so they're definitely putting up a fight. And Wolves are losing at home to Sheffield United. At half-time, we're winning the game, though, so that's good. That's good, but I'd really like a second goal quite quickly in the second half here. Chelsea, you don't know what's going to happen in their game now. They're 2-0 at half-time. There's no reason to think it might not be 4-0 at full-time, so It's very important we get the second goal because even a draw might not be enough for us, the way Chelsea are steamrolling up the table. We have been the better team in the game, but it's not been quite dominant, as I said. Here's Alphonso Di Moreno. Yet to see anything from QPR, though. There is Doué. Edson's through on goal again. Got to score, Edson. Oh, my word. Doué! How's he missed? He's basically just missed an open goal. Oh, don't tell me these chances are going to come back to bite us. Edson through one-on-one, couldn't score. And Doué, basically with an open goal, couldn't convert either. Edson takes the corner, though. But it's cleared. Still got it? No. Not going to get it there, Edson. Well, I was right to put Doué in for today's game because he had a good game so far. 7.4. He's bossing things in the midfield. Asugo's not playing particularly well, so I think I'm going to take him off and bring on Guevara. Also, Fali's having a good game, but he's on a yellow card. We don't need him getting sent off, so I'll bring on Andaquia for him as well. 30 minutes to go. I would really love a second goal here. I'm kind of desperate for a second goal. 20 minutes to go. Mertens hasn't been great. Let's take him off. Let's bring on Rocha for him. You know what that will do? That will do. Got a free kick chance here. Mertens to take it. He crosses it in. Alphonse. Oh. Please don't tell me it's not going to be one of those games. Don't tell me it's going to be one of those games. Chelsea are still 2-0. Wolves are drawing 1-1 now. 10 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go now. Still one. Oh, come on. Rocha, please. Put it to bed here. Rocha. He missed one in the last game. Will he score this one? Rocha. Poor free kick. All right, let's go defensive. 3 minutes to go. It's 1-0. Even if we draw the game, it should be enough due to the goal difference. But let's make sure the win here. 3 minutes added time. Can we hold on to a 1-0 win and secure European football for next season? Yes, we can. Get in there. Get in there. That guarantees us a 6th place finish in the season. Just 2 seasons ago, we were playing in the Championship. Last season, we finished 12th. And then this season, we finished 6th. What a brilliant season that is. Look at this game as well. We really did restrict QPR's chances. Look at the state of them in this game. 0.04 XG. I thought it might be one of those games, but QPR just did not turn up at all in the game. They're already on their holidays. We could only score 1, but it was an important 1 goal. And we finished in 6th place. What could this do for our club finishing in the top 6? Look at the players we're going to attract for next season now. Very exciting times. Just hopefully the board can give us quite a bit of money this season. A little bit more than last season. That would be nice. Chelsea beat Newcastle 2-0, so they put up quite a good fight towards the end. They almost came 6th, but thankfully we had just enough on the final day. Wolves fizzled out towards the end, to be honest. They beat Man United 3-2 away from home, but didn't do too well before then. And 6th in the league for us. 2 points behind Man United in 5th place. Quite a big distance away from the top 4, but of course that is the next aim now. We've cracked the top 6. What is next to crack? Next to crack is the top 4. We need to strengthen the team a lot if we have to put up a serious bid for the top 4 next season, in my opinion. Although saying that, plus 19 goal difference, 63 points. You know, we're only 14 points behind Newcastle in 4th, so 5 more wins in a season could be enough for us to finish in the top 4. So who knows? Who knows what can happen next season? But anyway, of course, we're finishing in the top 6, but we don't know what competition we're playing in. Is it going to be the Europa League or the Europa Conference League? It all depends on Tottenham and Man United. Let's go forward to the FA Cup final and let's see what competition we'll be playing in. Okay, well, here we are. It's time for the FA Cup final, which is very important to us because we want Man United to win it. We are rooting for Man United here because, of course, if Tottenham win, we played in the Europa Conference League instead of the Europa League. Obviously, the Europa League is much more prestigious than the Conference League. So let's hope for a Man United win here. But at least we're getting European football guaranteed. But let's see what happens. Well, Man United have beat Tottenham 1-0. That man, Benjamin Sesko, he scored the late winner against us. But now we forgive him. Now he's a friend of ours, Sesko. He was a bit of an FM23 legend, wasn't he? Not so much of a legend these days, though he is still a very good player. He's a regular starter for Man United, so maybe I'm talking absolute garbage. But he has done us a massive favour there, and Tottenham lose, and that means we play in the Europa League next season. Or does it? I don't know what's happened here, to be honest. The same we're playing in the Europa Conference League, and Chelsea are playing in the Champions League. What's happened here? Oh, for goodness sake. Maybe it's wrong, I'm not entirely sure, but why are Chelsea in the Champions League? They just won the Europa League or something. Chelsea have just won the Europa League, so I don't know if that's affected our chances of getting in the Europa League, to be honest. It shouldn't affect us, really, should it? They won the Champions League. Why should that affect us getting in the Europa League? So that means there's only one team in the Europa League next season. Only one of us in the Conference League. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. It'll have to be confirmed next season now. It says we're in the Europa Conference League, so I guess we have to prepare for that. Not the greatest of thing. I'd like to be in the Europa League, of course, but I guess you could say if we are in the Conference League, at least we've got a good chance to win a European trophy. A very good chance, so we shall see what happens next season. In terms of this season, though, guys, well, of course, it's been a brilliant season. 6th in the league, 63 points. We've jumped up 6 places from last season. I don't think we're going to jump up 6 places again. Well, of course we can't, because we can't be position 0, but you know what I mean. I don't think we're going to win the league title next season. Can we put up some sort of Champions League race, though? To be honest, the board have set our initial budgets already. They give us 53 million to spend and 1.2 million in the wage budget. Obviously, I need to adjust that a little bit. So let's say we've got 182k wage budget left and 46 million. Probably going to be enough to get one good player with that money, to be honest. So we're going to have to sell some players. There's definitely some players up for sale. In terms of best player of the season, it's been quite a tough call between Booth and Acosta. Booth with 7.15 and Acosta with 7.11. Acosta went off the boil towards the end of the season. So I'm going to have to give it to Andy Booth, to be honest. He's been sensational all season. 13 assists from right back this season with a 7.15. He is player of the season. He's also just won the Premier League Young Player of the Season. And who did he win it after? Acosta. Acosta won it last season. Booth this season. So Andy Booth is my player of the season. Look at Pellegrini as well with a 7.05 average rating. 10 goals and 5 assists for him. Not too many players with a green rating here for us, but lots of players with a 6.9 and above. Lots of consistent players in the team. Vicario has been a good signing. Alphonse's done good, but not spectacular. Needs to do better, that is for sure. Edson been a decent signing in January. Already got a hat-trick in the South Coast Derby. Unfortunately, that was all the goals he scored this season, but he's definitely got potential. Moreno's been very good this season as well. He's been consistent. Same with Asugo. Doué's been good as well when he's come in. So lots of good players this season. In terms of next season, though, guys, of course, I'm going to have to strengthen the team, whether we're playing in the Europa League or the Europa Conference League. And, of course, we're not happy with just 6th place. We want to try and crack the top 4 next season. To be honest, I'll be kind of happy if we just remain in the top 7 next season. I think that would be good just to maintain it. But if we can push for the top 4, that would be great. In terms of positions I'm looking at, well, a goalkeeper, it's not high on my list. The goalkeeper is not number 1 on my list. So it's not someone I'll go for straight away. And of course, it's got to be the right sort of keeper. Vicario's been pretty good this season, but he is 34 years of age. I would like to sign a better keeper in the future. But he should be good enough for one more season, so it's not a priority of mine. Espinosa as well. He's still developing, out on loan. He's looking better, but he's still quite far off Vicario's standards, so he needs at least one more loan out before we can even consider him for the first team. And Paul Lopez is, of course, just a backup goalkeeper. So a goalkeeper's a possibility, but not high on my list. Right back, well, I'm pretty happy with right back, to be honest. It's worth noting as well that lots of my players are wanted by clubs. You can see here, wanted, wanted, wanted. Lots of the players are wanted, so who knows who will leave us in the summer. I'm definitely interested in listening to offers for lots of players, so we shall see what happens. But right back, it's a good position, to be honest. Andy Booth, well, player of the season, young player of the season in the Premier League. Getting talked about called up for the England squad. He's got no one after at the moment, but anyway, it doesn't matter. He is not for sale at any price. He's probably going to come to me soon about wanting a new contract. 26k a week. He probably deserves better than that. Minimum fee release clause of 88 million. Clubs in the continental competition. That's quite a high fee release clause, so I'm not too worried about that. It would be nice to get rid of it completely, though. Gonzalez, though, our backup right back, also a bit of a utility man. He's wanted by Sheffield United, Milan, and Napoli. And now we can see what Andy Booth can do. Gonzalez, I'll definitely listen to offers for him. It's got to be the right offer, though. He's still a great leader in the dressing room, and he's still a great versatile player. He actually gets in better quite a lot, Gonzalez, and he actually looks very, very good now, to be honest. But for the right money, I'd be interested in selling him. He scored 6 goals this season and 3 assists in just 18 starts. He played 36 games in total in the league, so I've used him a lot. But he is one that could be sold. Booth is not for sale. Gonzalez, though, I could consider it. So obviously, if Gonzalez leaves, I'll have to sign a new backup right back or do potential right back something. But at the moment, the right back looks good. The left back situation, well, Andy is my number 1 left back going forward. He's had a pretty good season, to be honest. 7 assists this season in 36 games. I didn't know it was that high, actually, to be honest. with a 6.91 average rating. He's only 19 years of age. He keeps getting better. A wonder kid, of course. Him and Moreno made the top 50 list for best wonder kids as well. So, yeah, he's a very good player. Not for sale as well. And for Fally as well, he's a backup left back, third choice centre back. He looks more like a centre-back, to be honest, but obviously his aerial ability needs to be better. So we shall see what happens with Fally next season. But in terms of the centre-back, I want one more great centre-back, to be honest. I would love a centre-back to partner Alphonse. Alphonse, he's a wanted man as well, wanted by Palace, Fulham and Bayern Munich. Oh my word. He's got big value. You know what, any player, if it's the right sort of bid, I will listen to it. But to be honest, in terms of the centre-backs going for next season, well, Jimenez is purely a backup player. He's a decent backup player. For Fally as well, could use him as my centre-back. Van Hecke, he's wanted. He's 30 years of age now. Hasn't had a great season. He's also on 70k a week. Although his value is not great, to get him off the wage bill would be nice. So Van Hecke is one I'm definitely interested in selling, to be honest. I would love to replace Van Hecke with a younger, better, right-sided centre-back. So, to be honest, in terms of the squad depth, Van Hecke could be sold. I'd bring in a replacement centre-back for him. Then I'd have Fally, Jimenez, Alphonse and that new centre-back. And I'd also like to bring in a backup left-back for Andaquia. So that's something I'm looking at right at the moment. Obviously, I don't know what bids are going to happen, who I can bring in, etc., etc. But Van Hecke could be sold, and a centre-back and a left-back could come in, one to replace him, and one as a backup for Andaquia. In terms of midfield positions, well, Guevara has had a injury-plagued season, to be honest. He's still a good player for me, and I still like him a lot. He's wanted by Palace, Fulham and Sheffield United, and he's still young. He's still 22. He's an important player for us, and he's starting to improve again, which is nice. His stamina's already gone up by 1 to 14 after it went down from 16 to 13. But to be honest, with his high value of what it is, and also the fact that we've got Asugo now here, who I know can really play that ball midfielder role very nicely. Guevara, for the right offer, he could be sold. I don't know. But in all honesty, I'm quite happy with the ball midfielders we have at the club. Guevara and Asugo, two good players. We shall see about a bid for one of them. And if we can find a player we can replace them with who is better, then why not? We shall see. The box-to-box midfielder role, well, I've been very happy with Moreno this season. He's developed very, very nicely. As you can see here, he's developed brilliantly this season, actually. Like, if you look at it down here, just this season, he's developed so much in all his attributes. Slight overall improvement in technical ability, mental and physical ability as well. His passing, although it says 2 there, it's actually gone up by 3. He started off with 8 passing at the start of the season, and it's now gone up to 11. So he's really improved a lot, Moreno. He's looking like a very good player for us. Granner as well. Could loan him out again, to be honest, to get him some more game time. I'm not entirely sure. He's still looking quite decent, to be fair. It depends what happens to that position, because I've got Granner, I've got also Kieran Paul as well at the club, and Moreno, Asugo and Guevara to play these midfield positions here. Probably going to be good enough, but I could sign a statement midfield signing to go in there, a real good one. But obviously I'd have to sell someone first, and also I'd have to find the right midfielder for that role. So at the moment I'm not really looking at midfielders. Attack midfielder, where Acosta, even though he ended the season poorly, he is not for sale. Palace, Fulham and Bayern you can clear off. If it's a really, really big bid, then of course I will consider it. 79 million is a minimum fee release clause with clubs in the Champions League. So Bayern Munich could match that. Palace and Fulham certainly can't. I don't know why Palace and Fulham are after him, to be honest. Who on earth do they think they are? They're not even in the Premier League. They might be now, but what on earth are they talking about? And obviously Doué is backup as well. He's a wanted man, wanted by Fulham as well. So who knows what could happen with him. But again, that position seems quite decent to me. The right wing position, probably could do with a right winger, to be honest. Gonzalez, he's filling there quite nicely this season. But obviously, I need him a right back as well, back up for Booth. But he does do well in that position as well. He scored 6 goals in that position. Nestor Rocha as well. He's not had the greatest of seasons, to be honest. Wanted by Arsenal and Fulham. Had a worse season this season than the last season, I think. He's got 10 goals and 6 assists, but not as high as a rating as last season. He needs to do better, but still he's a great player. But could do with some depth there at that position. Panic, I don't think he's going to be good enough for the club, to be honest. I might look to loan him out for a season with a view to a permanent buy. We shall see. And Guardiola as well. He's more of a left winger, to be honest. Well, no, actually, he's more of a right winger actually, because he's left-footed, and that's what I play with, inverted wingers. So talking nonsense there. He could do that role as a backup right winger, but looking at him, I think he needs at least one more loan out to develop more. He's still only 20 years of age, so might loan him out again, to be honest. So a right winger is high up on the list as well. Left winger, Lucas Mertens, didn't start off too good, but he's definitely improved towards the later age of the season. Edson can play there as well. Also, Iliev's at the club, might sell Iliev. One of each winger could be needed, we shall see. Although we have got Rocher and Mertens, who are still very good players with great potential. So maybe one winger who can play on both sides, a good potential player, we shall see. And up front is a little bit confusing. I still don't think we've found the right striker yet, to be honest. Edson has great potential. Albert has been very disappointing, to be honest. He's a wanted man as well. Wanted by Norwich, Schalke and Stuttgart. He's worth 18 to 22 million. He still looks very good. I still like to give him more chances, to be honest. He only started 9 games this season and he scored 5 goals. His goals to game ratio isn't too bad. It's just his performance levels, to be honest. And he needs to be consistent. If he can start off the next season as a consistent striker, then I'll definitely give him another chance. But how many chances can I give him? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. Got Edson, Alberta, Pellegrini as well. He's a good, useful player for us. God player, Pellegrini. So, yeah, in terms of next season, well, a centre-back is probably top of my list of a player I want to sign. And after that is a winger type and maybe a striker. Depends on what players we sell, to be honest. And given the fact that we haven't got a lot of money, it looks like we've got enough money to go and sign a top-class centre-back, hopefully. We shall see about that. But in terms of the other positions, it looks like I'll need to sell before I can buy. But anyway, guys, that is the end of this video. Make sure you join for the next video. We'll be starting Season 9, our 6th season with Portsmouth, and we'll be playing in European football. We still don't know which one. I thought it was going to be the Europa League after Tottenham lost the FA Cup final. The league tells me different, but I'm not entirely sure which one it's going to be. I'm going to count it as the Europa Conference League, but hopefully that's just a glitch, and we're playing in the Europa League next season. That is the end of the video, guys. Please remember that if you do like this video, hit that like button for me. It's really important for the video's success. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It really helped me out, and it's much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.